Yeah, somebody right here is looking at pictures, remembering the past. You could even be thinking about, should I give so and so a call? Or they could be thinking about giving you a call. Like I said, take it as it resonates. Somebody's missing the past, missing the way things used to be, looking at pictures, thinking about spinning the block, thinking about picking up the phone and giving each other a call. And with the strength card here, that may not be such a bad thing. That may not be such a bad thing. After just speaking about having the maturity, to forgive, it may not be so bad to pick up the phone just to say, you know, how you doing? Maybe it's time to have that conversation where you take accountability and say, hey, I was wrong. And that doesn't mean that you have to be back together. That doesn't mean that you have to be friends again. That just means you're mature enough to resolve the situation and move on, or resolve the situation and spin the block. I always start talking about Nelly and Ashanti, how they spun the block. Now they're married and have a baby and everything. I personally am not a fan of spinning the block, because if it was worth having in the beginning, it would have never ended. But you never know. People need time to mature. People need time to grow up. Yeah. So spinning the block can work for some people. Yeah, if that's the case. But yeah, the Six of Cups speaks about revisiting the past. It speaks about your childhood memories. It speaks about joy, innocence, taking a break from adulting, having some fun, honoring your inner child. Yeah. It speaks about going back home. You could be visiting back home, maybe even running into an old love. Yeah, it speaks about a teenage love. Yeah, it's about giving and receiving and not expecting. I spoke about that in the beginning with the Six of Wands, about goodwill, giving back, the good you do coming back to you. Here we have it again. It speaks about giving and receiving and not expecting anything in return. It speaks about turning a new leaf. Yeah, here we go. Pregnancy. Spending time with kids. There's heavy kids here. I'm definitely getting pregnancy. Maybe you work with kids. You're already a parent. But it says spend time with kids. They teach you something. Yeah, kids definitely teach us something. They teach us how to be carefree. They teach us how to live life. They teach us how to have fun. You ever just watch children play at the playground? They don't have a care in the world. They're just having fun. Yeah, exactly. It's time to have fun. Let your cares go for a little while and have some fun. Yes. All right. Let's go on over here to the middle, because in the middle of the entire spread we have the Devil card in reverse. So there is some recovery going on, and I love to see it. So the Devil card is all about addictions and attachments. So I feel like you are recovering from some addictions and some attachments, Gemini. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be cigarettes, it could be food, it could be sex. Whatever addiction or attachment you may have, you're definitely recovering. You're taking responsibility. Yeah, there's no more neglected responsibilities. You're taking care of your responsibilities. Yeah. I feel like maybe somebody is nurturing and caring for you. The Queen of Cups also speaks a lot about counseling, therapy, life coach, financial advisor, whatever you need her to be. Is some type of counseling. So I feel like you're getting some type of counseling to recover from some type of addiction or attachment. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let's get into the Devil card. So the Devil card speaks a lot about detachment. Detachment from addictions and attachments. Yeah. It's like you're detaching, you're letting go. You're being more independent. You're not depending so much on others or things. You're not depending on the alcohol. You're not depending on the cigarettes or the drug or the sex or the food anymore. You're detaching and you're being more independent. It's freedom. It's revelation. Yeah. So things have come to light. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're regaining control, and you realize where you fucked up at. You realize where you fucked up now, and now you're righting your wrongs. What's that Bryson Tiller song where he speaks about righting his wrongs? Somebody's righting their wrongs here. Yes, most definitely. Um, because usually the devil card speaks about adultery, cheating, obsession. It speaks about mental illness, secrecies. It speaks about your darker side holding you back. But with this devil card in reverse, your darker side is no longer holding you back from being the best version of yourself. Yeah. This I love to see the devil card in reverse. It's all about recovery. It's all about healing. Yes. It's, your mind is no longer playing tricks on you. It says take action to free yourself. Take action to free yourself, to free your mind. It speaks about willpower and strength to free yourself. Baby, we got strength right here. Um, so we got the Queen of Cups backing that up. And like I said, she's some type of counselor. Like I said, this is a very empathetic, loving, nurturing woman. It could be your counselor, it could be your therapist, it could be your life coach, it could even be your pastor. Yeah, she is a loving, empathetic woman, and I feel like she gives you counsel. Or you could be someone, Gemini, that can give someone counsel, and tools to, to work on, emotions and feelings and getting over addictions and attachments. So I feel like with this healing, Gemini, that you're going through, it's like you're a hermit. You've cut situations and people off. Yeah. That probably make you want to relapse. Yeah, because when you're healing and recovering, sometimes people relapse. Yeah. But the thing is to get back on the horse. Make sure you're getting the tools you need in order to, stay free of these addictions and attachments. And sometimes that means cutting people and situations off that are not good for you, that bring you back to your addiction or your attachment. Yeah. Yep, the Hermit card speaks about self-reflection and soul searching and meditating, and yeah, sometimes you have to be by yourself, to do those things. Yeah. Whenever I start talking about meditation, I speak about yoga, taking meditation classes or courses. Religion is meditation. Praying is meditation. Like Buddhism, they chant. That's meditation. Yeah. I said, like this Queen of Cups, she could be someone of the cloth, a pastor. Yeah. But it's definitely about working with someone to give you the tools to continue healing and recovering. It's your responsibility. You have to take the responsibility to reach out for your own healing. Yes. And sometimes that means taking the journey alone. Yeah, it speaks about the hermit is all about isolation. Look at him. He like, what the hell do you want? Why are you bothering me? I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to recover. Why are you bothering me? Yeah. So I feel like you really don't want to be bothered, Gemini, during this recovery, during this healing journey that you're going through. Um, it speaks about too much or not enough personal reflection. Baby, we have self-awareness right here. Taking a look at the part that you play in things. Yeah. Too much or not enough personal reflection. Meditation. There we go. Um, Rediscover your greater purpose. It speaks about soul searching. Rebuild on a spiritual level. Rebuild on a spiritual level. It's time to rebuild on a spiritual level. And like I said, you got a loving, empathetic woman here that will help you rebuild on a spiritual level. hmm This is beautiful. This is beautiful. When you're healing, when you're recovering, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. It really is. All right, we're going to end over here. And we got two swords. So swords is you, Gemini. Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. It's all about your mental. Yeah, your mental health, how you're thinking, how you're communicating, your common sense, your morals, and your values. Your intelligence. You are an air sign. Air signs are very intelligent folks. Yes, let's get into it. Oh, yes. And this Hermit card says, stay connected to family and friends. The people that cheer you on, the people that want the best for you, that are happy for you. Stay connected to those family and friends that want the best for you, that will make sure that you continue to heal and grow. Yes. All right, so we got the Five of Swords in reverse. So like I said, the Five of Swords is air energy. It is you, Gemini. So the Five of Swords speaks about reconciliation. Baby, didn't I just say with this Six of Cups, maybe it is time to have that conversation. Yeah, where everybody takes accountability for the part they play and reconcile. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't mean you have to be friends again. It doesn't mean you have to be lovers again. Yeah, but I feel like sometimes we do need to have those conversations in order to heal so that we can grow and move on. Yeah. Yep. Somebody's spinning the block right here. With the Six of Cups, I always talk about spinning the block. Like I said, Ashanti and Nelly, they broke up for years. And then, next thing you know, they're back together and married. Y'all could be spinning the block with an old lover and end up getting married again and having children. Yeah, baby, we started out with the Six of Wands. I said that's all about having children, starting families. Yes. I feel like maybe you both have matured. Yeah, you both have matured and you know what you want now, and you're starting a family, getting married. That's beautiful. This is actually a pretty beautiful reading, Gemini. Yes. But yeah, we got the Five of Swords here. This is all about reconciliation, making amends. It speaks about past resentment. Yeah. Letting that past resentment go, letting those grudges go. Arguments come to an end. Yeah. And realize you lose no matter what. You lose no matter what. It's like everybody's pushing and pushing and pushing. Nobody. Oh, wait. Is this the Five of Swords? Yeah, this is the Five of Swords. Yeah, everybody's pushing and pushing. But nobody's listening. Yeah. It's like fighting to win, and then you feel awful when you win. But did you really win? Yeah. You got to make truce. Forgive and forget. Restore relationships. Exes making things difficult. I said that in the beginning. I felt like there was somebody that couldn't move on, that's jealous that you've moved on and that you're getting married and starting a family. There's an ex that's jealous. Exes making things difficult. It speaks about old open wounds, resentment. It says go back to the beautiful, soulful person you are. Compromise or move on with life. Compromise or move on with life. Baby. I want to go deeper with that Four of Cups though that was in the beginning. Hold on. I feel like this Four of Cups is a jealous ex-lover or something. So I want to go a little deeper with this Four of Cups. Let's see what it's about as far as relationships. It says you are ignoring the positive aspects of your love life at the moment out of fear of making the same mistakes you have in the past. Uh-oh. You are ignoring the positive aspects. So you could have somebody that's crazy about you, Gemini, that's geeked about you, and you're ignoring it because you don't want the same thing that happened with an ex. It says, therefore, refrain from doing it to avoid regret afterwards. It appears that you are neglecting the best and most positive aspects of life because you are so preoccupied with your thoughts about what a relationship should be. Consider whether you may channel that enthusiasm toward praising your own companion for all the positive aspects of your union. Yeah, ooh. So you could be looking at somebody else's relationship like, why isn't my relationship like that? I want a relationship like that. Baby, you don't know what's going on in that relationship. They could be beating each other's ass. and you sitting there wishing you had that relationship. No, don't do that to yourself, Gemini. Be careful what you ask for because you just may get it. Be careful. Yeah. It could mean that you're missing out on the chances to find love because you're too preoccupied with what's lacking from your romantic life or the failed relationships you've had. Don't dismiss possible companions or invitations to events out of hand because you might come to regret it later if you miss this chance. Sometimes we discover love in unexpected places. If you're in a relationship, the Four of Cups can mean that you have grown accustomed to it or that you are so preoccupied with imagining how your partnership should be that you are failing to appreciate it for what it is. Think about whether this is a productive utilization of your strength and what you could achieve if you directed it toward loving your partner for who they are instead. Baby, love your partner for who they are, not for who they're not or who you wish they were. Yeah. But backing this up, we got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, that's poor money management. Ugh. Poor money management. So the Five of Swords, like I said, it speaks about reconciliation. Maybe there's some money. There's something going on with money here. The Ace of Pentacles speaks about having a scarcity mindset. Baby, you are a god or a goddess. You should not be having a scarcity mindset. But it speaks about scarcity mindset, deficiency, instability, insecurity, poor financial management, missed or unrealized opportunities. Yeah, because maybe, Gemini, you're focusing on the wrong thing and you're missing opportunities, or so focused on the wrong thing that you don't even realize the opportunities in front of you, or you don't even realize the person in front of you. Financial delays, expensive expenditure, lack of planning, and greed. Ugh. And look, so devastated. You feeling so devastated, so betrayed. Oh, baby. These are swords, so I'm going to say these are you, Gemini. Yeah, focusing on the wrong shit. Not appreciating what you have. Feeling so betrayed. So Pentacles is earth energy. Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It's all about money. It's all about work. It's all about business, co-workers, bosses. Let me get deeper with this. Alright, so we got the Five of Swords here, which is you, Gemini, that speaks about making amends and reconciliation. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles here. Poor money management, scarcity mindset. What else they got here? Deficiency, insecurity, missed or unrealized opportunities. Let's go deeper with the Five of Swords financially. Let's see what it'll be. I'm running out of time. The Five of Swords reversed. The Five of Swords reversed in a career. Oh, wait. Let's see. Let's get to finances. This speaks about career. If you've been dealing with stressful financial circumstances or even arguments over money, you might notice that they are beginning to ease up and relax now. If you've been having trouble managing your finances, the Five of Swords would help you discover a solution because it can also signify a release of tension in that area. So I feel like there's a release of tension with some money that had you in some type of scarcity mindset. Yeah. Make sure you are acting with integrity, being honest, or it will come back to haunt you. Because this card and the tarot reading will expose any questionable financial dealings. And look, you're devastated now. You're devastated. I feel like there was some dishonesty about some money, Gemini, possibly on your part. And it's caused somebody feels betrayed. Somebody's devastated. Somebody's hurt. Yeah. Somebody's most definitely hurt. Let's get into the Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. Grieving, painful. It speaks about grieving, painful endings, loss, betrayal, deeply wounded, crisis, due to a divorce, a job loss, a death. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like some Geminis are going through some type of painful ending, over a divorce, a job loss, a death. Something out of the blue has rocked your world. You could be thinking, will you find love again? Will you find love again? Can you trust again? Cheating, nasty rumors. Here we go again. Yeah, I said in the beginning, I feel like there's been some nasty rumors, some cheating, betrayed trust. But the thing is, Gemini, you know it's the end. You know it's the end. You can't change what has happened. You can only change how you react to it, how you respond to it. You can't change what happened, but you can change how you respond to it. Pick yourself up and move forward. You can no longer resist this change. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let the hit shit. You gotta let the shit hit the fan, Gemini. No more pain. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let the hit shit. Sometimes you have to let the shit hit the fan, Gemini, so you can begin healing. No more pain. Learn from your mistakes, and evolve to your full potential. This is about learning from your mistakes. I feel like something happened here over some money. It could have been a divorce. Yeah. Somebody you were depending upon that took care of you. It could have been a divorce, or unfortunately, it could have been the loss of your spouse or someone that you were depending upon to take care of you. But you are devastated. You are devastated. It has rocked your world, and you don't even know if you'll be able to find someone to love you the way this person loved you, to take care of you the way this person took care of you. You're thinking, will you find someone to love you like that, or will you be able to find someone you can trust after a nasty breakup? Where there were cheating and rumors. Yeah. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. You learn from your mistakes so that you can evolve to your full potential. Yeah. You can't change what happened. You can't change what happened. You can't change how other people reacted. But you can change how you respond. You can control how you respond. Yeah. And you're going to pick yourself up. You're going to pick yourself up and move forward. You knew this was going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you knew this was going to happen. And now is where you start healing. Yeah, now is where you start healing and evolving to your full potential. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. So, to end Gemini season, I'm going to say you got to pick yourself up. You got to pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and evolve to your full potential. Yeah. And again, sometimes that's going to take forgiveness. That big word, forgiveness. Like I said, the forgiveness is not for them, Gemini. The forgiveness is for you so that you can heal and move on. And forgiving yourself. Yeah. Like Usher said, we ain't good, but we still good. We not good, but we still good. We still good. You know? And that's how you have to move on. Sometimes that's what you have to do to move on is forgive, and most definitely forgive yourself. All right, Geminis, I'm gonna leave it here. Enjoy the rest of your season. It's a few more days left, and then we headed into Cancer season, one of the water babies. Speaking of emotions and feelings, I think we all gonna be feeling the emotions. You got me feeling emotions deeper than I ever dreamed of. I feel like, baby, there's somebody new though, Gemini. Yeah, that has you feeling emotions deeper than you've ever dreamed of. Yeah. And they gonna pop the question. Some of y'all could have got popped the question on your birthday. I feel like somebody got popped the question on. Some of you Geminis got popped the question on your birthday. So you gonna be making them wedding plans. Making wedding plans, bridal shower plans, all that good shit. Yeah, I feel like it's some happy endings going on. Even though you've had some pretty rough patches, it's gonna be some happy endings, and that's beautiful. All right, Gemini, I'm gonna leave it here. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your season, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.